was a really big win for us in Hattiesburg. I thought our kids competed really hard. Good football game, came down to the end there, and from second straight week we found a way to win. So, that's good moving forward. Certainly a lot of mistakes, but really proud of our players, the way we competed and found a way to win. And so moving on, really tough test this week against Texas A&M. I think to go down and play there at Kyle Field, one of the great venues in the country to play at. What Coach Fisher's done with his team already is just extremely impressive and kind of transformed them really. I mean, they're to a physical, run the football, stop the run type of football team, and very, very impressive. I mean, they had every opportunity to win the game against Clemson last week. So we know it's going to be a huge test for us, but, I think have a good week of practice and go over there and do the best we can, and I know our players are looking forward to it.
Thank you, Coach. Our first questions come from Dan McDonald with The Advocate. Dan, please go ahead.
Morning, Coach. Congratulations on that win.
Thanks, Dan. How you doing?
Good. Just a question, how did it feel? I mean, we've talked a lot about how, your quarterback, how good hands that position's in, but how did it feel to sort of win a game defensively and hold Southern Mississippi down the way you did and then get a defensive play at the end?
Felt great. I mean, I'm really happy for our team, but especially our players on defense. I mean, to play that kind of game and to, to get 4 turnovers and to score on defense and then, we couldn't put it away on offense and have to go back out there on the field and get a turnover there to secure the win, which was big because their field goal kicker is phenomenal. So they were getting close to field goal range, and for us to intercept that ball and finish a game like that was really good. So, we just kept playing hard. I mean, they got yards and, certainly when we made mistakes, but I think, what we were impressed about and what I praised our players about is we overcame adversity and just kept fighting and figured out a way to win. And so hopefully that may give us a little confidence moving forward.
Sunbelt went 3-0 against Conference USA this weekend and went 6-3 overall. Are you surprised a little bit by the success early so far this year?
I'm not surprised at all. And whether it's Conference USA or anybody, I mean, I think this league, if you look at the last years and especially if you look at the last 2 bowl seasons since I've been here, I can't tell you really before that, but the last 2 years that I've been here, the success that we've had in bowl games, and it's just, I wish we would have been playing, but I've enjoyed watching. I've enjoyed watching our teams compete, and I think last year we only lost 1, I think. Year before, I think we were 4-2 or 3-2. Or I mean, if you look at it, though, I mean, I think we're competing really well outside of our league, and I'm not surprised.
Appreciate it, Coach.
Thanks.
Thank you, Dan. Our next questions come from Tim Lewis with WGRV-TV. Please go ahead, Tim.
Hey, good morning, Coach. I wanted to ask you a little about your defense and their performance through 2 games. Seems like y'all been able to get a lot of pressure on the quarterback and also really limiting teams' run games.
I was really impressed with the way we're doing a better job, at least in the first 2 weeks, of getting pressure on the passer. It's shown up in the form of sacks, but it's also showed up in the form of just, affecting the quarterback, so to speak. So hopefully we can continue to do that. And I think really, having success against the run, it started with our front. So I'm really, excited about the way we're playing there, and hopefully we can continue.
Thanks. And on the other side of the ball, Marcus Green continues to pick up on where he left off, just his impact on what he means to the offense.
I mean, obviously means a lot to what we do, and he was definitely negated in the return game last week. I mean, their kickers were phenomenal, and so, I mean, everyone was a touchback. We didn't get opportunity to return anything, so he certainly got negated there, but we were able to get him the ball on some plays. And but the thing that he can do, if we can, that he's helped us the last several years, if we can get him the football, he can really, he's a really good player with his hands on the ball. And I think the key for us is to continue to try to be creative enough to getting the ball in different spots and in different ways and stuff. And that's what we're trying to do.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks. Appreciate you having me.